All right. Still catching up on GACs. I am, I don't know, 4 or 5 behind. Whatever. So continuing on with the. Oh, dogs are getting hyper. Continuing on with the subject matter of the last video. Stocks. Look, well, different stocks that may do better under different presidencies. I don't think financial stocks are going to do well under either, quite frankly. They're just not. They're just not really geared. Well, the environment isn't exactly conducive to them doing well or making as much money as they have been accustomed to for the last several years since the Fed started letting rates tick up or moving rates up a little bit. Oh, these fucking dogs. Rose! Oh, they're both doing their zoomies today. Or, well, now. I think tech, well, also the article in CNBC that I mentioned in the last video happened to talk about how if Biden gets elected, it should ease tensions with China, which could be very beneficial for tech companies, and tech companies have already done pretty well. Oh, don't mind my alarm there. I did this one quickly before work. So, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. If the U.S.-China relations improve a little bit, that could do well for tech. Sure, I think I'd buy that. So, what are these stupid dogs? They're so yappy. They're so yappy. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's too early to tell. Part of me really wants to watch the debate. Part of me really doesn't want to watch the debate, because who wants to watch two 70-year-old white men just kind of fetch at each other back and forth? They probably won't even make sense half the time. They're going to get lost in their own statements and sentences. Yeah, I mean, younger Joe Biden was definitely a force. Consummate civil servant. No one can say anything to the contrary about him, whether you agree with his policy or record or not. Consummate civil servant. But he's in his late 70s, and I'm not trying to be ageist, but I mean, yeah, he's 77. He is not young. And, no one's even really talked about his latent, like, old-timey, non-aggressive, like, passive racism. And he's had a lot of racial gaffes. So, oh, look, my dog came back to bed after running around with her sister. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Most people seem to agree it's Biden's election to lose at this point. Yeah, I honestly don't know. It is highly unlikely that I vote for the president. I may honestly abstain. I don't dislike Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris for that matter, but I certainly am not thrilled that Joe Biden is the best candidate that the Democratic Party could have put forward. I honestly would have preferred Kamala Harris as the top of the ticket. And I know a lot of people are not going to be happy with me saying that, but I really would have preferred Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket. A lot of people's chief criticism of her is that she was like too tough and went after Joe Biden. Okay, you, wouldn't you want a tough woman? I mean, women don't make it into politics if they're not tough, right? It just doesn't fucking happen. Either side of the aisle. It just doesn't happen. Okay, so she's a tough female politician. Okay, so she's a female politician. Like, I don't think anyone makes it into politics unless they are, they have a little bit of toughness. Probably a lot easier for a man, and I'm not playing the sexism card, but objectively, it's probably a lot easier for a man to get into politics without being tough, so to speak. So, I don't know, I would have preferred Kamala at the top of the ticket because she's got the law and order. She's a double minority. She's an attorney. She's Wall Street friendly. I don't know. She's more exciting, that's for sure. But whatever. We will see. Time will tell. Rox, what are you doing? I think she's trying to dig. So I have cork tiles in my bedroom because I'm bougie like that. And I think she's trying to dig underneath them. I'm not really sure what's happening. Then I got Rosie in the bed, just looking for cuddles and belly rubs. Anyway. Hopefully Congress can get another stimulus bill pushed through. The Democrats seem like they are willing to compromise, and although the Republicans may not want to meet them in the middle, it's not going to look good in the month lead up to the election for the Republicans to say, no, we're not coming to the table, we're not going to negotiate. So, worst case scenario, we have negotiations that go on for a month until the election. I don't think that's going to happen because at some point, someone's going to be like, we're just doing this so, our side doesn't look bad going into the election. So I don't expect that to happen. I don't necessarily expect a deal to happen, but I think that, I'm cautiously optimistic that another deal comes through because both sides, red and blue, their constituents are hurting. Their constituents are hurting. And hopefully they're getting earfuls from their constituents. It's, I don't know. It would be pretty fucking despicable for either or both sides to put on this dog and pony show about trying to push through another stimulus package just to look better for the lead up to the election. I don't put it past either side, really. These are politicians we're talking about here. I think it was the Hunt for Red October where I forget the character's name is Jeffrey Pelt. I can't remember what his title is. I think he's like White House Chief of Staff or, I don't know, Secretary of State or some shit like that. And the character says, I'm a politician, which means I'm a cheat and a liar. And when I'm not kissing babies, I'm stealing their lollipops. And that's accurate. That is hitting the nail on the head for a politician. When they're not kissing babies, they're stealing their fucking lollipops. So I don't really put anything past Congress right now. But I will remain cautiously optimistic that something will get pushed through between now and the election because people are hurting, and they are hurting bad. People are still getting sick. People are still losing jobs. Rox, you better not be clawing at the bed. She's going through like this clawing and teething phase, because whatever. So people are hurting really badly. And, luckily the pandemic isn't going to go on forever. We will have a vaccine sooner or later. It's just really a matter of how much fallout are we going to have socially, politically, and economically before this whole ordeal is over. So, I don't know, but Roxy definitely sounds like she's chewing on something, so she's about to get a fucking beat down. Oh, you're chewing on your toy. Why didn't you just say so? Jesus. Yep. So, my furlough hasn't come through yet. I have to take furlough between October and, March. So I do have time. And I don't have to take it all at once. So that's good. But, yeah, it kind of sucks because even the furloughs that were taken, it's very obviously not going to account for the entire budget shortfall in the city, the deficit that we have. So, yeah, I'm sure more things will happen. Hopefully they don't include involuntary layoffs or furloughs. A number of jurisdictions in New York State have offered people that are at retirement age and don't have the years, or close to retirement age and don't have the years. They're offering them buyouts. Hopefully more jurisdictions, including but not limited to the city and the 5 boroughs of New York. Hopefully they do that, or we do that, because that would certainly be less suboptimal, I will say, to furloughing and or letting go thousands of city employees that, most of whom anyway, are probably midway through or just starting their careers. So we shall see. I'm really hurting on YouTube subscribers and channel members. You don't have to sign up to be a channel member, but my lord, I have lost well over 100 subscribers in the past couple of months. So help! As my dog kicks herself in the face to scratch her. I don't even know what she was scratching. All right, so that'll be it for this, and I will catch you on the flippity flip as soon as I kill this Han's Millennium Falcon. One more. Oh my god, almost. All right. Almost. I really have nothing to say. And there we go. All right. Catch you on the flippity flip.